I don't know why it's healing like that. Weird.
Like a wrinkly
Was it
old
wet?
shoe?
Look at, and then the other one looks like you can't really even see it.
Did you just get out of the bath?
Yes, I'm in the bath. I'm getting wrinkles. Yeah, and this one hurts for some reason too. So I don't know what's going on.
It's weird. It's like that's the most recent one that's been surgically opened.
Correct. That is true. I also can't open my eyes today for some reason.
Yeah? Here, let me see if I can fix this without getting up.
They're pretty open.
There we go.
Now they are.
Fixed
But
it.
before I felt like I was like this. Guys, what's going on?
Well, it's
It's just the Asian in you.
It's damn that's podcasting with our eyes closed. What we're trying to do is more visualize what you, the listener, sees, so we stop catering to the YouTube audience.
Oh, so that's why we're doing it with our eyes closed?
Yeah, everybody put
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, everybody
And there's never been Asian in me, Kurt.
that you know of.
I know. Are you gonna do this thing where you're already recording and then you don't tell
Well,
me?
you just got to do 23andMe or whatever, and it'll tell you if there's any Asian.
I already did.
And they said there's no Asian?
No, but it was weird. I found out that I was Welsh
So there
and
is.
Hungarian.
You were what?
Like it was like 11% Welsh and like 2% Hungarian.
Is that a fat joke?
No, I mean, so I'm well hung.
I knew there was a joke in there somewhere.
Did I ever tell you the story about Toby and how he wanted to find out what he was as a dog? Because everyone was always like, he's a Jack Russell.
Wait. Toby wanted to find out what he was as a dog? Because
Yeah,
you literally said Toby. By the way, for the listeners, Toby is Murdock's dog.
Oh, by the way, I guess we're recording.
There it is.
So welcome to Damn That's Podcasting, episode 7.
We always second guess the episode number. I feel like we didn't really have like a pre-show meeting. I feel like maybe we should start. Should we do it now?
We didn't. I mean, aren't we already?
It's fine. Let the viewers in on it, listeners in on it, whatever.
I'm Murdock, and they're coming to you live from my lair
You need a cool name for your lair.
in Maine.
Like
I'm coming to you from
the Murdoctor's office.
the doctor's office.
The
I can't remember.
Murdock.
My wife saw this because I always try to make her watch this or listen to it. And she's like, "We got to do this again." And I said, "You're the only one that acts like that. Everybody else wants to listen or watch it."
Right.
But she was like, "Where's Micah doing? Owen Brody doing his end?" She's like, "Wait, it's all purple, weird looking." And then I can't remember what she said. I thought she said something like, "Is it Skeletor's lair or something?" And that's where I got the whole lair thing from. But yeah, because
That's
the lighting
wicked funny.
being purple. So
Yeah, I like my purple lighting. It's I don't know. Soothing? Is it soothing? I don't know.
So we got the Obro right there, or up here, or wherever you're looking or listening. Because if you're listening, it doesn't matter where he is, because he's just recording.
I'm
and
right
you can
here.
hear the soothingness of his voice.
You know,
You got Kurt as well, who's got his
Hello.
glasses on again. So it's like you think he wears glasses all the time, but really it's just for the podcast. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious because I definitely thought Kurt wore glasses.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I remember the first time we recorded, I was like, does Kurt always wear glasses? Do I remember? And then now the secret's out.
I
No.
let out secrets today.
Hey.
So I was saying, by the way, my dog,
Yeah.
Toby,
Wanted
that's
to know
his
what he
name.
was.
He's 14 years old. He's like, "Hey guys, everybody keeps saying I'm a Jack Russell, and I really want to know what I am." And I said, "Yeah, I bet there's no like 23andMe, thing out there for dogs, but there is." So we paid $120 to find out exactly what kind of dog he was, because when we bought him,
Inclusive.
they said he would. No, it's even better than that. They said that he was a Shitzu Chihuahua man, right?
Okay.
So
Now
that's
he's carrier.
a Shih-Tzu, right? So everybody always met him and was like, "Oh, he's a Jack Russell. He's so cute." I'm like, "No, he's not a Jack Russell. I know he's like white and brown, and that's what they look like. It's Jack Russell." So finally, anyway, we send away for all this stuff. We wait like, I don't know, a month to get it back. It's the same thing with him. Like you take his saliva and you send it in. It's the same exact thing as 23andMe, but just for dogs. And then
Did his
belt.
did his saliva go click click boom?
No, only when he was driving a Supra in a movie.
Oh.
So long story short, we put it up on an iPad on a TV because we want to watch it together, me and my wife. We got Toby in front of the TV because obviously he really cares. And it said he's 50% Chihuahua,
Boston Terrier.
50% Shih Tzu. Just like this.
You know what happened? Is you sent that in and you sent it, and the person who gave you Toby was like, "Oh, I know this dog. 50% Shih Tzu, 50% Chihuahua." Like, how is that possible that it's exactly 50?
Because one dog was a Shih Tzu, one dog was a Chihuahua, and
but
they
they'd
had
have to be
sexual
like
relations.
Like a purebred Shih Tzu and a purebred Chihuahua.
They probably were.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I find that so hard to believe.
I find it weird that a Shih Tzu was mating with a Chihuahua.
Well, where did he get his wizardry from?
He went to Hogwarts when he was younger.
Is it Dogwarts because he's a dog?
No, it's not. It's still the same place.
So
he's a magical creature.
I was going to use technology because I looked up Shih Tzu Chihuahua mix, and I was trying to find one that looked like Toby. And I was like, oh, I'll just copy it and send it.
You won't.
I found one that's close.
It is, but there's none that look like him. I've looked through so many pictures.
So I took a picture of a screen, so screenshotting like a normal person, and I sent it. And it's close.
It is pretty close. It looks kind of like him.
Not magical enough. Not enough wizardry happening. There's no wizard beard. Yeah, see, there's Toby. He looks disgusted that is a Shih Tzu Chihuahua mix. There might be a filter involved.
No, that's what he looks like.
That's a hashtag no filter?
Yeah, hashtag no filter.
Wow.
No cap, dog.
No cap, dog.
No cap.
No cap. Hey, so while we're spilling secrets, I let Murdock in on one earlier today when we were playing Diablo.
I was pretty pissed about this, Kurt. I can't believe I'm still on this right now.
He wasn't really that mad. So remember when we were playing NBA 2K and like it was probably one of the last 2 times that we played, probably the last 2 times. And I was actually able to like make shots. Like I was doing pretty well. So I might have found a little thing in the menus that changes the delay or gives you a buffer on delay so that like, I don't know, Murdock said it's cheating, but it makes it easier to make shots online. So what you do is you set your shot to be...
You shed it.
You shed it. You set your shot to be at a certain point.
Gertie's coming out.
And then when you play online, you move it to the next step up so that the delay kind of gets, taken out. So
in essence, you cheated.
So yeah, so that's why I was making shots when we were playing, even though we still couldn't beat anybody. What is this? This is a cat.
That's my cat.
It looks
like
Arrow. That looks like a brick was dropped on his head. What happened?
I'm giving you. Oh no, that's Kurt's cat.
Why does it look like a brick was dropped on his head?
I'm sure for the podcast listeners, you can't really understand what we posted, but I did post one of my dogs.
He's got
looking disgusting.
You can't really see.
Snapchat.
He's got like
a cat one. That's just what he looks like.
This is the disgusted Toby. We'll have to post it. I'll put it on the screen. I have the power.
I'm giving you lots of work to do.
Yeah, I have the power. That's okay. We're not recording this like the night before it comes out.
It's true. And then I posted a picture in the group chat of my cat being a model because he does weird stuff all the time like that, laying on the couch. So
do I have any cool pictures of my animals?
This is the pet episode, everybody.
Oh yeah. Check this one out. This is we had to put this one in a cage, but for this picture, but that's fine.
Gonna put him in a cage?
Yeah. This is just one from a cage. If they're in a cage, it's fine.
I'm waiting for it to be like your child.
And it was.
We went to Storyland this weekend, and they have
that's where fantasies live.
Yeah, but they also have the Los Bravos jail. Yeah. And
Los Lobos kick your ass. Los Lobos kick your face. Los Lobos kick your balls into outer space.
Well, that's Los Lobos. This is Los Bravos.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but we locked our kid in there. It was great. And then we
She
left.
could just go through the bars though.
Yeah, those bars are bendable. She's like the Hulk. What is this, Kurt?
He's just looking at pictures of Shih Tzus, I think. Because he's determined to find one that looks like my dog, but there's only a few that kind of look like him. But he's pretty unique. I haven't seen any dog that looks like him before.
We'll have to get an update. But so we haven't recorded again. Like the very first couple episodes, we recorded like all at once, and now we've just been weekly. So what's been up? What's new? What's going on this week? Kurt, what have you been up to?
Concert.
Who did you go see?
Ed Sheeran. We talked about this a few episodes back, but
oh yeah, Edward Sheeran.
That's the shirt.
I thought that was like a Google shirt at first because the colors. I was like, "There's some."
Albums.
Oh, interesting. He's a math guy.
Yeah, and then it's the mathematics tour.
Yeah, but what's this?
Can't.
Does he do like math problems?
Yeah, that's the entire set.
Yeah, he busts out a whiteboard.
2+2, and then the crowd goes 4, and everybody goes nuts.
So wait, is there any significance with like the different types of symbols for the album, other than the fact that they're math related?
It was just mathematics. Like he wanted it to be a set. So like the first one was plus, multiply, divide, equals, then subtract.
Why would he's like PEMDAS?
Why wouldn't equals be at the end?
I don't know. It's a great question. I was thinking of that, and I was like, that would be really cool if it ended with equals.
Yeah.
But like,
and then the next one's a number, and you have to figure out like the equation.
Oh.
Yeah. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Oh, is she? Was she around? Is she in the room with you?
No, that's a math problem. PEMDAS. And all of my aunts are alive, but they're not named Sally.
Is Sally another one of those names like we talked about last week?
It is. Okay. Sally, you said Sally, I say Susan.
That's right. Well, I was talking about like the old people names that like
Gert says Gertrude. Yep.
Gertrude.
Yep. Nailed it.
Yeah, Gert.
So in your travels this week. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Murdock.
I was just gonna say nothing's been up for me really. I'm going finally back to work since I've been out for a while in the next couple weeks after having the hand surgery. So
no other surgeries happening
about that. Not right now. No, I mean, this is the year of taking care of myself, is what I told myself. So I got to take care of my hands, which feel amazing. It's been the best. They haven't gone to sleep once, like numb or any of that stuff since I had surgery. And next is probably a physical. And then as long as nothing bad comes out of that, probably fixing my snoring. So it's going to be a good year of fixing myself.
I don't know.
Probably then my giant stomach probably would be next.
13-year-old me heard, it's the year I'm taking care of myself. My hands feel amazing. They haven't gone to sleep once.
Yeah, they're really moisturized. 13-year-old myself would want them to go to sleep because then I could call myself the stranger.
That's right.
That's a different thing to talk
Stranger danger, kids. Stranger danger. Might be carpal tunnel.
That's how I got it. From using using my hands.
Just using your hands.
Overly using my hands. Yeah. Doing things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing new with me. Pretty boring week. Went to Storyland. That was a lot of fun. Kids had a good time. Rode the roller coaster a couple times. Rode the train. Yep. That's about it.
Come on, ride the train.
Yep. They did not play that song, but they should have.
Yep, they did not.
Man, what an episode this has been. I want to thank all the listeners for listening. You guys are all caught up on our week now, and we hope you enjoy the rest of yours.
I was having a conversation with my wife about dreams.
Oh, no.
Oh, actually, before we get on dreams, has anyone tried a peanut butter burger yet?
Yes.
In your dreams?
Exactly.
We have the same
No, I
brain,
have not.
Murdock. Okay,
No,
well,
I
I
have
guess
not
we'll.
tried it.
I guess another week we'll do that.
That's for another live. It's a live podcast. Live?
For
In
real,
person podcast.
for real, the
A live
first
cast?
in-person live cast podcast in person, not in a porta potty, we do.
Could we do it live? Or would that be not a good idea?
Probably not a good idea.
I mean, we could. Yeah, probably not. But we could pretend it was live. We'll just be like, "Look, guys, here we are," and we'll just release it at a time in
We're
which it could have been
live, and then
live.
it's like,
Yeah,
it's a weird cut.
yeah, weird
Coming at
cut.
you live.
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Joey Gladstone style. Anyway, dreams. Is there a dream that you guys have had over the years, multiple times of the same dream? So,
No.
my story was probably for 10 years. I don't know what year it started. This is why sometimes I might have been abducted by aliens when I was younger. But I had the
Sometimes.
same exact. Well, sometimes that's what I think because I had this dream, right? I don't remember what age I was, but I know it was for like 10 years. Because I think the last time that I had it was probably 2010. So it's been a little bit of time now, but like consistently either like it started to get less and less each like year, but like sometimes I was having it like once a week when I was younger, and then I started having like once a month, and then I didn't have it for like 2 years, and then I had it again in 2010, but I haven't had it since then. But basically, what it is I always would wake up in the dream being dragged on the ground, and I would look like for my foot, and I'd be looking around like to my left and my right. You know, if someone was dragging you, you want to see where you are when you come to. And I was like in a metal, like I would say it would be a spaceship, but I was in like a metal area, and the person like dragged me down this corridor, and they threw me on a table, and there's a bunch of bright lights in my face and stuff. And I saw aliens that were around me, and they looked like the ones from Signs. A little bit different because they were more like gray colored. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Signs.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it looked like.
You should have spit on them.
And then I would wake up, and you know, the first time you have it, you're just like, whatever, it's just a dream. But then when I kept having the same exact dream, like everything was exactly the same every single time, and it always started and stopped at the same time. And then I haven't had it since, I don't know what I said, 2010. So it's been like 13 years. So
You're gonna have that dream
yeah.
tonight, you know.
Well, I probably will because I talked about it.
Yeah.
But I just always wondered, like, I wonder what that meant, or like,
Might
I don't know. I always thought that was weird. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't. That would explain a lot. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever had any weird dreams or reoccurring dreams, or like I know like we could get into way more on this, but like dreams about like falling is supposed to mean something, and like I don't know if you guys have ever looked up your dreams online from people, see what they mean, or if like you can't breathe or you can't talk, it's supposed to mean something. I guess it's all supposed to be different things with your brain, but I also wondered like the people that say that, like when you look it up, how the hell fuck do they know that?
Right. Like, how do they come up
Sure, there are
with it?
sleep studies.
But how would they know that's what it's interpreted as? You know, that's the stuff that I mean. Like, I could just be like, oh, yeah, that means like you're obviously stressed about your relationship. And I just made that up. It has nothing to do about what it is. Or I could be like, oh, you're stressed about work. Or, oh, that's because you don't eat enough or you don't drink enough. Like, I just feel like all that stuff's kind of made up. Maybe there's more to dreaming than I know. But
I can tell you, I have had in my lifetime some messed up dreams and like mind fuck dreams, for lack of a better term, and in reoccurring places more than once. So I used to have this one dream where I was driving a car and I could never place the car. I could never imagine what the car looked like. All I remember is just the window, like looking out the windshield, right? And I'm driving, and there was always this big house in the distance. And whoever was with me in the car, that always changed. I would say, like, I want to go to that house. And every time the person next to me would be like, oh, I hit my table, sorry. The person next to me would be like, what's stopping you? And I'd look at them and I'd go, you know what? Nothing. And then we'd start driving. And as we got there, the road would get like more narrow and more narrow and more narrow. And I'd stop and I'd go, this car isn't going to make it. I got to figure out how to get out of here. And then I'd wake up, like as I started to bring the car into reverse, I'd wake up and I'm like, oh man, what's like, wow. And I'd think about it all day. It would like be crazy. And then like a week or two later, I'd have the same dream. And this went on for like a few months at least, where I would have this dream about this building in the distance, this house in the distance, and I always wanted to go to it. And every time the road would just get more narrow and more narrow and more narrow. And then finally, one time I was in the car and I was by myself and I said, I want to go to that house. And then I'm like, I'm going to go. Let's do this. And I go, and the road's getting more narrow and more narrow. And I'm being like overly cautious. I'm driving super slow because I'm thinking like, there's enough room for my car and that's it. Then all of a sudden, like part of the road gave way and the car like tilted like this way. And I like rolled almost all the way out of bed and like woke up and was like, holy shit. And that was the last time that I had that dream. It was wild to me because everything was so vivid and it happened so many times. And I've always wondered like what it means. Like,
I'm gonna stop before Adam probably just looked it up. I'm gonna take a guess.
what does it mean? Because I have another
My
one too.
guess is you're chasing a goal that seems really far away.
Okay.
Yeah, the internet says on Tell Me My Dream.
Oh.
.com or .org?
Taking a walk or driving on a narrow road in your dream means you're about to undertake a journey that's designed to satisfy your strive or desire for fame or fortune or success.
Wow. And we didn't
Okay,
start this podcast then.
You will encounter many obstacles and setbacks towards achieving your goals, and you may be met with unexpected difficulties. And then it says the other one with the house indicates sudden enlightenment, which may bring about feelings of fear or anxiety.
Okay.
And Mike is like, sure.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Thanks, man. So fear, anxiety, new goals. It sounds very much like, hey, you're just living
When
life.
did you stop having it?
I honestly don't remember. I
Like
was
before you met your wife, or
yeah, definitely before that.
The reason I ask that is it also is supposedly mean like you want to have a relationship or fertility potential.
No, it was definitely I was in like my apartment like way back in the days when I started having it. But then okay, Mr. Dream Guy. There was this other one where like I would always it's
I'm
really
not the dream guy. I'm the internet.
yeah. It's weird to describe this one because like it was not really a nightmare, but it was scary and it was intense. There was like it looked almost like a mining kind of thing. Like like it's like a cave, like a tunnel, right? All dirt, but like there's the wood framing that kind of like is there. So it
Like
was
the shaft opening,
yeah,
the
like
mine shaft opening.
kind of yeah. So it was like this part of this house and we'd always go to the house and like we would walk through this part and it was I don't know if it was like it felt like almost like an amusement park thing like we were trying to go through it but then like crazy shit would happen and we're running from like something I never saw it. We're running like crazy and then eventually like that dream morphed into like that being like an attraction and then me and like my friends were going and like walking through and it was like a haunted house kind of thing and like oh there's things that are gonna jump out at us but it was just so weird that like that one and that one stuck for years. I haven't had that dream in a long time, like that location for that dream in a long time. But it's just weird, right? That like our brain like pulls from these things constantly. And like it always fascinates me. I did have a dream book and then I had one dream and I read something on it and I was like, this is freaking me out. And I never looked at the book again.
Yeah, I just looked up the alien thing just to see maybe what that would mean, and it says it could mean that not many people dream about aliens. It says,
Only those who've
and
been
they could
abducted.
symbolize various things. Dreaming of aliens could be a gateway to higher realms in existence. So I was like, huh, that's weird. But then the next line says, additionally, they could be a sign of isolation and loneliness, which mean a lot because I didn't have a bad childhood. My parents got divorced, so at the time that happened, my mom was working a lot, so I was home by myself a lot. So that might mean what that means.
I think it means you got abducted by aliens, either in this life or a past life.
Could have.
Never know.
my guess.
Kurt's dreams are. Unless I'm wrong. I thought you told me you don't remember any of your dreams.
Oh, I remember a few.
Oh.
They're like, I want to say there's like 3 that I remember off the top of my head, and they're always like end of the world. Like, that's always just my dreams. Like one of them. I guess if I had to say one, it's gonna be the weirdest one. Had a dream that the world was ending because of a nuclear war, and I remember being terrified. And I went to Applebee's, and there was a coworker that I was working with at the time that I like met there, and I was like, "Yeah, world's ending. I don't know what we're gonna do." Blah 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 blah. And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do either." And then I woke up from it like sweating, and I was like, "That was really weird." And then I went to work, and I said, "Hey, you were in my dream last night." And he's like, "Oh, that's crazy. You were in mine too." And then we had the same dream.
Both at an Applebee's?
Yes.
Both woke up in like a sweat?
I don't know about waking up in sweat, but like same scenario, end of the world, nuke.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. Applebee's will do some fucked up shit to you, I guess.
I don't like Applebee's, but that's what happened.
Well, it's weird actually because I'll read you what it says.
What does it say when you dream about Applebee's?
It actually says the sight of the apocalypse in your dreams and Applebee's means you want a 2 for $20 combo.
I knew it.
You're
I knew
joking.
it. The 2 for 20, baby.
No, it doesn't say that. It says the sight of the apocalypse in your dreams is simply representation of your previous chapter coming to an end. This could be a new job's on the horizon for you, or that a new life is on the horizon for you, or you're worried about things you rely on, which would be financial or emotional, or you ceasing to exist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It
But
really is.
this whole conversation brings up one question, though. And that question is, would you willingly be abducted by aliens?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Nope, not for a second.
I mean, I'd have to read the terms and conditions of said abduction first.
I don't think you get that choice.
But no,
That's what I was gonna say.
No. You're willingly do it. Like, yes, I accept to be abducted by aliens. You're willingly doing it. I need to read the T's and C's, bro.
I don't think they'll read them to you.
Will they be in
So
English?
if you're
or will
saying
they
they're
be...
gonna give you if they're gonna give you a choice,
right?
then it depends. Like you said, like as long as there's no anal probing going on, then I think
Right.
it'll be okay.
Like you're sitting in bed, you woke up from your Applebee's dream, you turn on the TV, and there's an infomercial that's like, would you like to be abducted by aliens? Abducted, not inducted, because you're not going into the Alien Hall of Fame, I hope. Would you like to be abducted by aliens? Call
Adam
this
might
number. And then you know, like, that would be crazy.
The thing that I always get, and we're going to get on the topic of aliens probably because obviously that's probably why I dreamt about them because I believe in that stuff. But there's a bunch of other podcasts you can listen to as well that I listen to sometimes. I guess like if you believe in that stuff, or do you think like I guess aliens to me, I'm like 50-50. I believe in them, but I also think they wouldn't waste their time with human beings.
So yes,
I feel like they're too smart and like too advanced to be like, let's go like find out about these people when really they're like light years ahead of us.
Here's my take on it. There's no way we're the only things in this universe. And I know,
right?
Well, I don't know, but I'm sure that on some other planet, on some other galaxy, there's a bunch of aliens saying in a different language. I bet we're not the only ones here. So I don't think there's like aliens that are like, yeah, Earth's down there. Y'all want to go? The road's really narrow though. Just to bring it back. But you know, like I don't think like aliens are like seeking us out. But then there's like all those crazy shows about like how there's things technologically that like could have, like there was like a big technological meltdown, right? Where like everything just broke down. but like there was all this technology available, and then everything went kind of backwards, and the aliens like left. Like there's so much shit. Like we could get going down the rabbit hole and then become a totally different podcast.
So not to plug another podcast too much, but it's called High Strange. If you guys are ever bored in your car and you wanted to listen to a second podcast,
After this one,
correct. High Strange. He basically, the cool thing about this one is he has people, or he does like interviews with people that used to be in the military that are now allowed to talk about certain things that are like declassified. And one of the stories that got me, that I won't go on a huge tangent on, but this guy's job was basically to study other aircraft in other countries and find out like what they're made of and like their weak points, basically, if they were going to
What they're made of.
What they're made of. Yeah. So anyway, he talked about one night they saw this thing flying like on their base, and a bunch of them went out to look for it, and it was moving back and forth so fast they knew that it wasn't another aircraft. And I guess they got called to do something else, so he stayed out there and was just recounting what he saw, and he saw something that looked like a spaceship, but he said it was like an aircraft, but it had no like intakes, it had no, all it had was like landing gear that came out and like 3 legs, and he said it looked like black glass when he had his hand on it. And then when he stepped away from it, it disappeared. And then if he put his hand back where it was, it showed up again. So it's just crazy to like listen to that stuff, because I'm like, either they're, I don't believe like I believe in ghosts, but like ghost hunter shows, I think those are all a farce. Like people just are always scared and like, what was that? And you like turn camera enough so you can't see what it is. Like, yeah. This guy, like, I don't know, like just listening to him, unless he's a great story like teller, he just seems like the people he has on his show just seem believable in what they're saying, because like there's no reason for really them to lie about this stuff. So like, unless they're crazy, or they're just trying to make money on a podcast, but it's like I doubt it. It just seems kind of, there's so much evidence of aliens that I just wish more stuff would come out about it. Like I wonder like how much stuff is actually at Area 51 that we don't know about.
I mean, there's a ton of stuff out about aliens. Like there's like 5 movies with Sigourney Weaver.
True.
Do all of us believe like aliens exist?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, I'm not speaking for Kurt, but I do.
I think to some extent, I don't necessarily know if it's going to be like the green gray aliens that everyone perceives it to be, or like the aliens from like Mars Attacks. But like, yeah, there it is.
You just got to play old music.
I love that.
That's such a good movie. Oh man, that's such a
very
good movie.
underrated for Mars Attacks.
Very underrated. Hey, we talked about
And a
overrated.
really all-star cast.
We talked about overrated music. Did we talk about underrated music? We should talk about that sometime.
No, we didn't.
What's top, like first band that comes to mind, most underrated band?
That's hard.
It is.
The first one that came for me was Shimmer, which you guys probably have never heard of.
Shimmer, no.
Oh my God, Fuel. Sorry, they sing Shimmer. There you go.
Oh yeah. Fuel is all right.
Fuel. I know Fuel.
Yeah, I don't know about underrated. What other song did they sing? They had another one that was like bigger than that, I thought.
I think I know.
No, Shimmer, I think, is their most.
Is that? I'm bad with song titles. I'm bad with song titles, and I'm bad with bands who sing songs sometimes, because I forgot that Creed sang that song, I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking, that one. I was like, who sings this song? And then I like looked up the lyrics. I'm like, oh, it's Creed. Really?
Oh, you were right. Yeah, Hemorrhage.
Hemorrhage.
Their more popular one.
There
Yeah.
you go.
But that was the first one you said, think of somebody like right off the top of your head, that is. I mean, I could think of a bunch of bands that I probably listen to that a lot of people don't. Like, I don't know if you guys remember Cold.
Yep. They had the CD that had the spider on the front of it.
Yeah, Year of the Spider.
Yeah. Yeah, I know stuff about music.
Yeah, you only know like the beginning of a few songs, and that's all you know on your guitar.
That's all I know. I just know the beginning. It's because I only listen to the first few seconds of the track.
Black Label Society, obviously that's more of a popular band, but there's somebody that I talk about that a lot of people don't really listen to, because I guess it depends on what kind of music you listen to.
Yeah, I think so too, because I mean there's a lot of like hip hop music that a lot of people think are like, oh, this guy's underrated, And then eventually what'll happen is everyone will be like, yeah, they are underrated. And then everyone will get on that bandwagon and then they become overrated. That happens.
Somebody one time told me about a band called the Civil Wars, which I've never listened to them before,
Heard of them.
but they're supposedly like sing about the Civil War,
Oh,
but it's more like rock music. So
interesting.
wasn't for me, but I thought that was kind of an interesting thing to listen to. The guitar and everything is great in it. It's just, what was that? What was that band that you brought up and you tried to have me listen to? Oh, bro.
Oh,
And I
Sleep
said I
Token.
wasn't a huge fan of it, but
Sleep Token. Yeah, Sleep Token's amazing.
yes.
I think that they're underrated. I think they're getting a lot of publicity.
Yeah, I wouldn't label them as underrated. I think they're on par for their rating, I think. They are
Yeah.
getting a lot of publicity. I think their sound is so unique. You know, like that song I sent you was literally like 4 different types of music wrapped into one song. It was pretty cool. The change, like the transitions, everything that happened was like so smooth, I thought.
I was talking to Kurt about country music because if anybody's ever known me growing up, and now I'm not a country fan at all. And my wife's a huge country fan. So, when our rule is if we're in her car, I let her hook her phone up and listen to music. We're in my car, I hook my phone up. Unless I do that thing where I am a big wrestling fan and I'm always like, all right, I'm going to play wrestling theme and you have to guess it. And she's like, I don't want to do this again. But she
I
knows
love
a lot
that
of them now.
game.
But anyway, country music lately for me is everybody obviously knows Hardy. He has some pretty cool songs with Lainey Wilson is one of the people I listen to. Bailey Zimmerman is another country artist who's really cool. And Chris Stapleton and Morgan Whalen. And those are the ones that, and a lot of people that listen to country are probably like, they're not somebody that everybody knows who they are. Like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I
But
think those are
that's
like, I think Morgan Wallen's like one of the hottest country acts right now. I feel like
100%.
yeah, but he's still newer, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Ish.
and Lainey Wilson too is like really popular.
Lady Wilson's awesome.
she's-
Like I didn't think I'd like her music, but that's my wife's favorite country singer right now.
Isn't she on Yellowstone as well? I haven't watched
She
Yellowstone
is.
yet.
That's where she got popular because of that.
Wow, look at that.
You better watch Yellowstone because it's going to be going away.
I know things about things, but I don't watch things that I know about things about.
I waited a
That
really
makes
long
sense.
time. I understood exactly what you said. I waited a really long time to watch shows when people are like, it's the best show ever, usually. And then I
Yeah.
finally started watching Yellowstone, and it is actually really good.
That was like me with Game of Thrones. Like when Game of Thrones was super popular, I was like, it doesn't look like my thing. And then one night we just said, hey, let's watch Game of Thrones. And then we were hooked. And the worst part was I'd already heard people talk about like things that happened in the show. So when they happened, I was like, I know it's going to happen right here. And I feel like I missed out on getting that initial reaction of like, holy shit. Like there was some where I was like surprised, but others was like not so much. But then it got to the point where we caught up to where they were live and got to watch the last 3 seasons, I think we watched live. So wasn't missing out no mo.
Did you
No.
watch the new Game of Thrones thing? That
House of Dragon?
yeah,
No, I didn't.
I watched the first 3 episodes and it was pretty decent, but it was one of those things where I was like, yeah, I'll watch it again soon. And then
I have a 3-month subscription to Apple TV Plus. So I got to watch like Silo and like Ted Lasso, and I got to catch up on The Servant.
Servant is great, man. I finished it.
So good.
And then Hijack, they just added a Hijack. I'm not subscribed to it anymore, but I guess Hijack's supposed to be really good.
I honestly, we were looking for some movie on the Apple TV, and Apple TV Plus popped up, and it was like, hey, you have 1 day left to claim your 3-month trial. And I was like, well, that's weird timing, but okay. So here I am clicking the button, and then I'm looking and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to watch this. And because I saw the first, it might only have been the first 2 seasons of Servant. I was hooked on Servant.
Yeah, I think there's
4
seasons.
now. I think there's 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I couldn't.
Maybe I watched the 4th one. I can't remember.
I couldn't remember if I saw the 3rd one or the 2nd one. So I think I'm just gonna have to start at the 3rd one and see if I remember it.
Did you watch that, Kurt, or do you not have that?
I don't have Apple TV Plus.
Have you watched anything crazy cool that like we should be up on?
Just finished season 3 of The Witcher.
Oh yeah, The Witcher. I watched
I
one
completely
episode
forgot
of
about
that.
that, to be
Well,
honest.
part 1 of season 3.
Yeah.
Split into 2 parts.
That's like a popular thing. Why? Like, so here's the thing, right? If you're gonna make a season, how do you split it up? How do you do this as season 3, part 1? Why don't you just end season 3 with like to be continued in season 4?
Well,
I
because
guess
they
I
don't
never
want to lose all their viewers in season 4 because they're recasting Henry Cavill.
So they're not only just doing a third season part 1, but then they're recasting the main character?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Who's going to take that?
Liam Hemsworth.
Thor's brother?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, cool. Wasn't he going to be no, maybe it was Chris Hemsworth who's going to be Hulk Hogan in the Hulk Hogan biopic?
Is that real?
Yeah, no, one of the Hemsworths was going to be.
Yeah, I thought it was Chris. I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely more built.
More jacked. Let me tell you something, dude. He's jacked, brother, and he's gonna put these 24-inch pythons, dude, across your neck. What? Your up your neck? Up your neck.
Up
brother.
your what?
I kicked your leg out of your leg, Brett.
Speaking of country music, though, before we get too far from that, yeah, I at the Ed Sheeran concert, it was supposed to be Rosalind opening, and then Khalid was supposed to be the second act. Well, he got sick, and he couldn't show up. So the night before I got there, it was John Mayer that opened, and then I got to see Little Big Town as the opener.
What's the
pretty
population of a Little Big Town?
200 to 700 people.
I would consider that just a little town.
I mean, it depends on the size of the town.
Right, because you have to go by like actual like square mileage.
How many of them are in the band?
Yeah.
From the town?
Yeah. Are they all from the same town?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Do they sing songs about the Little Big Town? Like, do they like recap town meeting minutes?
I am no expert on them.
Are they a good band?
Yeah, decent.
And so did John Mayer play too?
No, he played the night before.
Yeah, he was.
So you didn't get to see him?
No.
He was in a bigger town that night.
Yeah.
He was in a Wonderland.
Yep, he was.
Because
Big and biggest town.
your body is a Wonderland.
Whose body is a Wonderland?
Whoever John Mayer's singing to.
Oh,
The whole Little
Body
Big Town.
is a Wonderland.
is that how the song goes? I don't know. I'm not a big John Mayer fan.
That's the only song I know that he sings.
I feel like I know one other because I think it was like on the Curious George soundtrack.
Yeah,
And I had to watch
remember
that. Yeah,
That's
Absolutely not.
random.
yeah. John Mayer,
he has
Curious George.
kids.
I'm gonna look it up because now I'm curious.
I say it's because he's got kids.
'Cause now
And
I'm
he's
curious.
No, I watched it one time by myself. That's probably what he'll say.
And then he became obsessed.
Yep. Obsessed. Like me and the Spice Girls.
Oh nope. It's Jack Johnson.
Oh.
Like the
you're
banana
wrong.
pancake song.
The Banana Man?
No, Jack Johnson.
Banana pancakes?
I
My
don't know.
name's Jack Johnson. I'm the Banana Man.
Upside Down is the Jack Johnson song. I don't know these
The guy
people.
The guy that did all the WWF, WWE songs over the years?
No, that's Jim Johnston.
Oh.
There's an S in there, and it's Jim, not Jack. If we all quit our jobs, we can do this whenever we want.
I'm sure Yankee
Full-time.
Candle would understand.
Yankee Candle would totally understand.
In the hospital, I think would be fine with you, Kurt.
Yeah, you
No, I
just,
was talking about me because I work at Yankee Candle.
yeah, all you gotta do is
No,
just
the Yankee
say,
Candle in the hospital.
yeah, say, I lost my sense of smell. I'm of no use to you. And then
I have
COVID.
COVID.
infinite COVID. When I had COVID, I did lose my sense of smell and my sense of taste for a
COVID.
long time. For like 3 weeks. My wife and I went to Target, because that's her favorite store. And she was like, "Ooh, this smells good." And she'd like point it towards me, and I'd look at her and I'd go, I can't smell anything anymore right now. Like, why would you do that? And she thought it was funny. So she'd be like, this smells really good. Would you like me to describe it to you? Like, you're funny.
Actually, on that topic, not about COVID, but like, do you two also do that when you go to a store? I feel so stupid sometimes because I'll like see the candles and I'll always go down there with my wife and I'm like, oh, this one smells so good. Smell this one. And then sometimes I'll catch myself and be like, what do I look like right now? I'm just like, oh, smell this candle. Ooh, like,
I probably smell 30 candles.
Candle goblin.
I'm not the initiator. My wife will be like, smell this. And I'm willingly like, yeah, oh yeah. But I'm
That's
not
just what he
going.
says every time. That's his thing. He just doesn't even smell it. He's just, oh yeah.
She listens to this actually. She was proud
She
that we
does?
she was proud that we stayed on topic with music the whole time, and I was like, yeah, thanks.
Well, one out of 3 wives are supportive, so that's great.
That's tremendous.
I just wish next time she will never let me because she'd kill me before. But I want to get like a picture of her face when I said we're gonna watch the podcast or we're gonna listen to it, just so you can see how terribly upset she is. Because she can hear how loud my voice is, so she probably hears what I'm saying all the time. And she's like, "You guys, you're gonna make me watch this?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta watch it. It's great. We covered this on the podcast." So now that's what I do is like, if she brings up a topic that we talked about, I'll be like, "Well, if you listen to the podcast, we actually talked about that this week."
Yeah. No, my wife gives good feedback, very honest, good feedback, and I appreciate that.
I had to explain why I was taking a picture of a porta potty at the concert.
Just be like, no, babe, hold on. Can you stand next to it for scale?
If you listened, you'd understand.
Yeah.
You're like, listen, I got this great idea. You can invest in it. We're gonna take 3 porta potties and we're gonna cut a hole in them.
Yeah.
That'd be a terrible pitch.
You can listen to the previous episode to hear the entire pitch, but it's fantastic.
No, that's the best to start with. We got 3 porta potties and we're gonna cut holes in them.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way.
That's it.
To pitch it.
What do you think?
To start.
Throw our money down.
And they're like, so what are you exactly trying to do? And then, we'd have to go from there. But yeah, I just thought that was funny about candles. And
so
you do the same thing, Kurt?
Oh yeah, I love candles, dude.
Oh, he loves candles, brother. What's your favorite candle?
What's your favorite candle scent? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Sandalwood.
Oh, actually, that's a good one. I have smelled that one before.
All right, Micah. 3, 2, 1, go.
I mean, the Christmas tree one was always good during the holidays.
Damn it!
It's
mine. It's mine. And you can get so many different ones. There's spruce, and there's Christmas time, and there's
actually, I do have a funny story about that. My wife will be mad that I'm telling this, but I think it's hilarious, and we all laugh about it. So
we just lost the one support.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yep. So we have a fake tree. We've had a fake tree for a couple years, and we bought like air freshener things that like you put in the tree to like make it smell like a real tree, and that didn't do it for her. She wanted like that strong smell, so she was like, "Ooh, this is Christmas tree spray." So she bought it, and then she was like, "Oh, this smells so good." So she sprayed it in the car, and I was like, "Oh, no. Yeah, that does smell good." I was like, "But it's kind of a weird consistency." And then she looked at the bottle and she goes, "It's hand sanitizer."
So your hands could smell like Christmas tree?
Yeah. I mean, she definitely still sprayed it on the tree. I don't know if it'll hurt it, but yeah. It was just hilarious.
I really want it to smell more like a tree, so I lit it on fire.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I sprayed hand sanitizer.
She lacquered your tree, so then it's just gonna catch on fire now.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm pretty sure she actually did spray it on there, but it didn't really work all that great, so we didn't continue.
Get some of that room spray.
Yes, that's when we started doing the candle, and we'd light the candle like within proximity of the tree that was safe. Obviously, it's a fake tree, so it's not going to catch flame. But yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite scent. But I think a new topic, since Kurt loves candles, very into it, very jumped right to the mic and was like, "I love candles."
I do.
Kurt, your new segment every week is Kurt's.
Oh no!
Kurt's scent of the week. And I want like a good description. Like I
So you
want
have to buy a new candle every week.
I mean, no, you don't have to buy it. You can just smell it and take notes.
Kurt's Candid Candle.
Kurt's Candid Candle.
Well, I mean, this is all on
Wait,
brand,
but
right?
you
I
can't
said that I was
spell
a
them all with a
smell boy.
K. You can't spell them all
could.
with a K.
I mean, you could.
You could, but we're not making a shirt of it.
Hey, I think there's. Never mind. I'm not gonna run down that.
yeah.
Kurt used to play Red Dead Redemption, and his horse had a cool name.
And that's gonna be for when we have like a big following, and they get to do like one of those, like like with the something to wrestle and like all that. They get to do the dinner, like the limited amount of people get to have dinner with the podcast host. We'll tell the Red Dead Redemption story then.
And you get a live in person Kurt's Candid Candles.
Yep. Yep. Kurt will be handing out samples, candle samples.
I'll
It'd be
find the
great.
best. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say it'd be great each week if he had like just the green screen behind him and made like a whole like setup.
Actually, no, I want like straight up.
Candles.
I want straight up a PowerPoint presentation. We'll share right to the screen. I want a PowerPoint on what the scent was and why it was the scent of the week.
I could do that.
Okay, cool. I can't wait. I can't wait for next week.
Every week.
Every PowerPoint.
Do I have to find like the best candle that pairs with a peanut butter burger?
No, I mean that could be a bonus though. You could say that it
It's like
pairs well with this
Concord
food.
jelly.
Yeah, it pairs well with this
It's
food.
like a wine
or like,
pairing?
Yeah. Or like, depending on different scenarios, like if you you could have like a post poop candle, like that could be like this is like the candle you light after you drop a deuce.
So you'd have the candle of the week. I could do the beer of the week. So that would be something I could do. Different beer.
And
then
I
Mike
could
do
just
the different hat of the week.
I could just do different ideas of the week.
Just keeps offloading more
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
to everybody else.
Actually, I want to change I'm gonna do different days of the week.
Different days of the week. Okay. Yeah. I'm the captain of the delegation train, so I will just dish out
The deli
ideas.
committee?
The deli committee? Yeah, that's me and the whole deli committee.
The whole deli.
Full belly deli.
There's a
Whole
place
deli
there's
deli?
a place called the Fat Belly Deli, and I drive by it all the time on my way to like wrestling shows. I'm like, man, I want to go there mainly
You
because
have to go there then.
I do, but mainly because their logo looks like a Ben and Jerry's like ice cream flavor. Like that's what it reminds me of. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. Actually, let me look it up. Let me see. Let me see if it's something I can
The
put on
internet.
here. Doesn't that? Maybe you
My
can't
one.
see it. Doesn't
No.
Full
Oh.
belly deli and kitchen,
Okay.
and it's a guy.
it's backwards? But doesn't that remind you of like a Ben and Jerry's label?
I thought it was a police officer at first.
No, but that was right by where I thought I was getting pulled over when we talked about that last week.
For the listeners, it says Fat Belly Deli and Kitchen, and it has a guy in a blue chef's costume.
I'll
With
put the
his
logo
hands
like
on his
on
hips.
here. Yeah. But I thought it looked like a Ben and Jerry's like logo. So I was like, this is great.
Speaking of logos, I got one of
Oh,
my
no.
shirts in that I ordered because I like to have shirts that say things on them that only people that were fans of a show or movie
Oh
would
yeah.
get. When they walk by and they see it and they go, "Oh, hey, is that this shirt?" And I got in my Top Gun volleyball tournament shirt.
That's what's up. I have my WCW Bash of the Beach shirt.
I saw
Yeah.
finally came in the mail.
It did. And then they hit me up. I don't know if you noticed this, but they hit you up with Fanatic cash now.
They do.
And then they're like, you have $11. 10 of it goes away tomorrow. And I was like,
Yeah, it's
should
kind of like
buy
Kohl's
something.
Cash, same
Yeah.
type of thing.
Kohl's cash, man. I tell you.
But I got like 8 other shirts coming in the mail, so I'll have to share them. But I like stuff like that. I like-
Murdock shirt of the week.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, look,
What's-
this one is Austin 316. It's
That's
not an
right.
original. It's a copy because the letters are too big. But
Murdock shirt of the week. And the tagline is, what's coming out of the closet?
yep,
There
and
you
I'll
go.
say this one was either more or less than $20.
$20. The shirt I bought today was less than $20, 19 something. And that was with $11
$19.99?
off because they hit you with $2 in shipping or $2 in handling now. $6 in
Yeah,
shipping.
what do they do to handle it,
$2 in
right? Do
handling.
they have to ship it, right? So they charge you just like, is that just for the box to move?
I
and
think
be
it's for the.
sent? And then the handling is them putting it in the box.
I think it's the
It's
person
flavor
carrying
cost.
it from the press
The
to
flavor cost?
the flavor cost to
Is that
the
what you said?
box.
Did you say flavor? Oh,
Yeah, Flavor Flav's cost.
Yeah,
they lick it for taste testing before they put it in the box.
Yeah.
that's right.
Why is there a wet spot on the shirt?
Well,
I was Inspector Lick-It.
yeah, if you look on the back of the wet spot on the inside of the shirt, there's a sticker with like a number on it, and that's their ID.
Inspector 719.
So I have another topic similar to last week. I was thinking about the order of things, and like we talked about the order in which we get dressed. And I was in the shower where I have all my great thoughts, and I was like,
Me too.
yeah, I think a lot of people think well in the shower. I don't know why. It's just such a thinkable space. I don't
The
know.
only place that you're always alone to have your deep thoughts, other than if you're taking a crap.
Right.
No.
True.
But then you're using your
Wait,
phone.
wait,
You
hold
don't
on.
Take your phone.
Hold on.
You don't
Kurt
take your
said
phone in
no.
the shower.
Kurt said no. Why does he say no? Do you not shower alone?
No, I don't think when I poop. That's what I was saying no to.
Well, yeah, that's
Oh,
what I mean.
yeah.
Is like you have your phone and stuff with you, or like so you're always like doing something else. When you're in the shower, I feel like that's when like you don't have a phone on you. You're
Hopefully
just
not.
relaxing in like hot water if it's cold out. What if it's hot out?
What?
Well, I always take cold showers just because I like cold showers. But sometimes a warm shower too. Like if you had a hard day or something and you want to do that, and then you just start thinking about stuff.
Right? A rough day at Yankee Candle. Just got to relax in that warm shower.
Right. All the sense overloaded me. So
That's
what were
right.
you thinking about that day specifically in the shower?
So what I was thinking about is, do you do the same routine in the shower? Is everything in the same order? So what's your order?
Yes, I do. Get in the shower, turn it on, go to the very end
No,
of the shower.
wrong.
I push myself into the wall until it warms up.
You're insane. You
Then-
turn on the shower first.
No. Because then you got to get in and water gets on the floor and it could hit you and it's
No,
just, it
you have
could
a
be bad.
shower
So,
curtain for that.
yeah, but you have to open it to get in, right? You don't just throw yourself into the shower.
Well, yeah, but you don't get water on the floor. I don't know. At least not
Well,
in my
I wouldn't
shower.
know because I get in it correctly, which is at the very end of it. I wait for it
You
to
get in
warm
at the
up, and
end?
then once it warms up,
Wait, why wouldn't you
I
just
step into it.
why wouldn't you just crouch down underneath it so it's shooting above you, and then you're not even gonna get any?
Because I have a really nice shower head that is like a massage, like it's like a
It's just-
rainfall.
Crouched in the corner like a
Rainfall.
goblin, like, don't touch me.
No, I'm at this
My
end.
precious.
It's shooting it right near my feet, and then it warms up, and then I always rinse off first. Then I grab my soap. I put soap on myself. Soap up all the areas. You got to get your armpits, all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Rinse off. Then I do my shampoo and conditioner. Then I do my beard wash because I've been using that to try to make my beard softer, which has actually worked.
Oh wow,
And then I do one last rinse off, and then I get out.
wow.
Yeah, every single day. It's the same thing. Sometimes, though, if I'm really stressed from work, like, I don't know if this is happening to you guys, but like I'm thinking about so much stuff that then I'm like, did I shampoo my hair? Or did I not shampoo my hair? And then sometimes I have already done it, and then I'll put it on again, and then I can tell because then it's very like, I don't know. I
You
don't know
can
the
you
words
can tell
use.
it went through a
You can
dual
tell it's-
cycle.
Yeah, I went through way too many times, so it's like really squeaky. I don't know how to say it.
Squeaky clean, brother.
Squeaky. But then I'm like, oh man, I did. Or I'll get out and be like, damn it, I forgot to shampoo my hair, and then it looks like all greasy all day.
Kurt,
So
what's
you
your
actually just-
order?
Oh, actually the exact same. So it's
Oh, really?
It's body first, then shampoo, and then the occasional conditioner because I don't condition every single time.
Okay.
But that reminded me. So the shampoo I have,
We also go to the same
Is-
barbershop.
yeah, but my shampoo, I don't know if you use the same shampoo. Mine's like a tea tree shampoo.
Tea tree.
Yeah. And it's like peppermint and it's very like invigorating. Well, I put a lot on my hand and I was like, that's fine. It will wash its way out. Put it on my head. It ended up, maybe I shouldn't say this story, but went down my back and somehow got into the nether region, and it burned so bad.
Front and back nether regions?
Yes.
It does, because if you leave it on your head, it's supposed to like heat up and you can feel it, and then you wash it out. And I got it in my eyes once, Kurt. That
Yes,
hurts a
that
lot.
burns.
Yeah.
It's happened to me.
So that's
But that's my story.
interesting because I go like top to bottom. Like not that
Again,
there's much up
but
top.
inverse.
Well, yeah, because
inverse.
you're all the same from top to bottom. It's
Yeah,
just-
well I do face first. I have like a face scrub. I use that. And then I use like a tiny like fingertip size of shampoo because I don't have any hair. But like it, washes my scalp.
So then why do you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's like
Get a
it's like,
scalp wash.
what's that? There's
They,
scalp
they
wash?
have like just scalp washes. Yeah, it's like kind of coarse. It's like exfoliating,
Hmm.
like probably the same thing you use on your face.
I mean, there's like a little bit of hair up there. So, I don't know. It's like Head and Shoulders is what I use. Like, I
Then
don't
body
know.
washes, knees and toes.
Yeah, body wash is like the real shoulders, knees, and toes,
So you know what I heard the other day? I was going to share this because I learned this,
Yeah.
and we'll see if it's true. You have to look in the ingredients in your shampoo because there's something called sodium lauryl sulfate that a lot of shampoo companies use, and it is supposedly causes hair loss and dandruff.
I might be getting the hair loss part of that. Damn.
So if you think about that, it would make sense if some of the companies put that in there, because then I
Well, no,
guess
'cause then
depending
you
upon
wouldn't-
dandruff, then you'd use more shampoo sometimes. But on the flip side, if you're using it and it's causing you to lose your hair, then you're not going to use shampoo
Yeah.
anymore.
Like, no shampoo company gets money out of me because I just buy the cheapest shit and it lasts like 6 months. Longer than that, probably. I don't know. Does shampoo have an expiration date?
Yeah.
Like, what's the, like, so if I bought shampoo today, what would the expiration date be,
I
roughly?
guess it depends on the type of shampoo you buy.
Guess what I'm
Because
doing
like
after
anything
this
like
podcast.
salon branded ones, and like any any cosmetic products, like they have like a shelf life. So once it's opened, you have like 6 months to use it or 8 months to use it.
Kurt's pretty smart. It says, as a rule of thumb, an unopened bottle of shampoo can last 2 to 4 years if properly stored. Meanwhile, an open bottle of shampoo may last 6 months.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I get like probably way more than 6 months. I probably buy like one bottle of shampoo a year.
See, I started doing that with what Kurt was talking about from the place I go to get my haircut, and I just buy a giant bottle of like the tea tree shampoo, and it's lasting me like, I don't know, 6 months to a year, probably. I'd probably say 6 months. I use a lot of shampoo, which I probably shouldn't. Well, because you don't really need to if you think about how much you really need to have on your
It's
hair.
not for your hair though. Shampoo's not to clean your hair, it's to help your scalp. Conditioners for your hair.
Wait, what?
Aren't they both for your hair?
Today I learned.
No, like a
So you
shampoo.
massage
Like,
your scalp, and then
shampoo's designed to help your scalp, where conditioner, like you're not supposed to take conditioner and put it like on your scalp. It's supposed to go on your hair ends.
Wow, glad I don't have hair. This is confusing. Murdock's feverishly looking it up. His Google finger is going right now.
he's right.
Well, Kurt's a
Oh,
smart
I mean,
guy.
that's what I do. I put my shampoo on, and I like shampoo my whole head, and like massage my scalp with it, and then rinse it off.
Yep.
And then that's what I do with conditioner. Is I'll put it on top of my head and kind of move it along like this, and then I'll rinse it out.
Okay. I thought you were going to say that you massage your head with it, because if you use
No.
conditioner on your scalp, it will dry it out.
Nope. It says apply shampoo only onto the scalp, and let it rinse out.
Wow.
Yep.
Crazy what we're learning today. on
You
this
know, I want to
podcast.
know if you guys are learning this too, because I can't be the only one. We can't be the only ones, other than Kurt. Kurt knows a lot.
I knew it.
I'll be honest, a lot of the stuff that I share, I learned from just like the many nights of just going on YouTube and then just going down the rabbit hole and clicking on different links for stuff. And then also from like TikTok, because I'll just scroll stuff. Now, unfortunately, all my TikToks are filters because I used like 2 of them, and now that's my algorithm, which sucks. But yeah,
Yep.
it's,
I
it's
learned
cool to read
mine
this stuff.
from 5 seasons of Queer Eye.
Oh yeah, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I thought maybe you were
That's
gonna say that
Queer
like
Eye.
before phones, you read all the bottles from the shampoo companies, and that's how you learned all this stuff.
No.
Oh,
That was
Oh.
something I did though when I was a kid. Like, like you're in the bath, you have nothing to do, so you just grab a shampoo bottle and you read the back of it.
you're in the bath and you have nothing to do. I brought like toys in the bath. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, when I used to go take a crap when I was younger, I'd bring in my wrestling ring and action figures and
Into the
wrestle while I
bath?
was taking a crap. No, when I was taking a
Oh.
crap, I'd hear a knock at the door and be like, "Adam, are you done yet? It's been like maybe 30 minutes. Did you bring your wrestling figures in there again?"
Like, Dad, it's just a co-main event right now.
Correct. I'm like, they can only wrestle in one spot because they can't move.
Yeah.
So a question about that. Like, did you sit down and start playing and like just the poop happened? Or like did you have a process? Like you'd poop and then you'd play and then you're like, I gotta poop again. Or was it like your finish was you pooping?
No, if I was like playing, I used to play in this room we had called the Den, but really it was just another room for me to watch TV, and I had like a 19-inch TV for me to watch, and then I had all my wrestling figures set up, and the mood will hit you, and you got to go take a crap, and I was like, oh no, and we didn't have cell phones when I was a kid, so I'm like, what am I gonna do in there? So I brought the wrestling ring with me,
You
and
go to the bathroom.
I put two guys in the ring, and
They had an Iron Man match.
they had a 30-minute man Iron Man match. Yeah. 30-minute man Iron Man match. 30-minute man.
Oh,
30-minute
man?
man. 30
Minutemen?
30-minute Iron Man match. That's what I was.
Oh, speaking of Minutemen, so drove through Massachusetts. Why is that face? Drove through Massachusetts, right? And like 20 minutes out from the hotel, because we stayed down there for the concert. And I was looking and I was like, oh, like Concord. And then like kept going or whatever. And then completely forgot I saw that sign. And then it said Lexington. And then I thought I'd be funny. And I was like, yeah, like that's where the Battle of Lexington and Concord was. And my wife goes, are you being serious or is that a joke? And I was like, no, that took place in like Virginia or something. I'm just totally bullshitting you. And then I saw like Minutemen signs and like battle remembrance sites. And I go, I guess I'm the idiot.
Kurt didn't know
Got humbled
something.
real fast. Yeah, there you go. Can't
So
always
you
be
thought
right.
it was Gettysburg?
Yeah.
Spaghettisburg? I've had spaghettisburg
Spaghetti
Yeah.
burger.
a bunch of times.
Gettysburg is when they fought over the deed to spaghetti.
Yeah, whether it's called spaghetti
sell it.
or a sketty.
They had a tariff
Mm-hmm.
on spaghetti.
A tear off?
A
A
tariff.
tariff.
Yeah, a tariff.
Okay.
And then they threw
Tariff?
all the spaghetti in the sea.
Yep.
It was called the Virginia Spaghetti Party.
Yep. But it was like the spaghetti was hard until it got into the sea. So it was like
Right.
spaghetti spears,
And then everybody
And I'm
was like shooting each other, and they were like, "Al dente! Al dente!"
Would like the revolutionary group be called like the Sketty Splicers?
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds like a revolutionary group.
And then the meatballs came in and they're just like, we don't want nothing to do with this.
Just rolled away.
It
And then the
just rolled
saucers came
out.
in, and they were like, "Sauce 'em!" like that.
It's awesome.
This is getting off the
Awesome,
rails.
awesome.
This is getting off the
It is.
rails.
We also
Speaking
are
of, this
well
has
over
been-
the time.
Yeah, I was
this
about to
has
say.
been this has been Jossum. So
Jossum.
It's been
Street-
Jossum.
Yeah, that's what Street Sharks would say.
Street Sharks were dope. Oh, I dropped something. That's okay. It's fine. Nothing broke. Anyway, this has been a Damn That's production for
What's
Damn
going
That's
on?
Podcasting. This has been episode 7? 7, right?
Yeah, episode 7, all
7.
over the place.
All Over the Place part 2.
We're in
Really?
your dreams. We're in
That's
your
right.
dreams.
In your
In your
dreams.
So please like, subscribe, do all that stuff all the other podcasters say. Basically, if you've listened to a podcast and at the end of the podcast they say a bunch of stuff, like just pretend we said it too and just do all that same stuff for us. Rate, subscribe, 5 stars.
Dream of us.
Dream of us.
Welcome to prime time, bitch. Well, if anybody has any topics they want us to cover on the podcast, you can hit us up at Damn That's Podcasting on Facebook.
Or
an easier way to go is
the
Kurt.
What?
What's
oh
an
yeah,
easy way
shit.
to find all out about this stuff?
Oh yeah.
We ended last episode on a cliffhanger.
We did. That's why I was bringing it up.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it's
45
not
seconds, go.
quite, Well, it's not quite live yet, but it's in the works. But you'll be able to go to